There are 3 more instances where we are recommended to use the upward L. And those are after an H, after an M, and after an N. So let's have a look why that might be. So if I do an upward L after H, that would say hell. If I use the downward L, it would still be okay. I can see where the H ends and the L begins. But again, if I wanted to write help, I've come down for 3 depths and I'm well into the next line. So by putting the L upwards after an H and then just letting that P just extend below the line a little bit, I've got a better outline because it's closer to the line of writing. So that then would say hell, that would say help. This one isn't quite such a good outline. After the M, so if I do an M and then the upward L, it's a nice sharp angle. We get something like the word male or mull or any combination of ML. If I use the downward L, I put the lazy teenager on the line, that's still fine, but not as good for the reasons that I've stated. And if I put the lazy teenager upstairs and the L there, that might be a little bit better. But so that we don't have to make these sorts of decisions, let's do the L upwards after an M. And similarly then upwards after an N. So N and L, so null. It was null and void. So let's add an extra letter and let's do N-L-T, and that would say knelt perhaps. M-L-D, that could say mailed. And H-L-D, that could say H-L-D, held. If it was a T, it might say halt. If it was a T and a D, it might say halted. A little bit more elaboration on those T's and D's. If I wrote this outline, see if you could read it back. A indicator. Now, a number of students will say attended when they've considered it for a little bit. Can't be attended because there's no N in it. So what we know we've got is an A indicator. We know that that first consonant is a T because it's on the T line. We know the second one is a T because it's a little bit higher. And we know the last one is a D because it's a little bit lower. So we could have, if we filled it in, a word like attitude. So practice these T's and D's after the upward L and also after each other.